Here we go. Welcome. Episode 1. How to go from felon to phenomenal. What's going on, kings, queens, and phenomenal beings? It's me, baby. Coach T, your recidivism specialist and felon to phenomenal coach. So I hope y'all tune in. I'm going to be giving y'all glimpses of my own personal felon to phenomenal journey, what felon to phenomenal means to me, and the specific ways and information and systems and strategies that I have that you can take away and apply to your own life so you can go from felon to phenomenal. First of all, about 9 years ago, when I first started this journey, Felon to Phenomenal was not called Felon to Phenomenal, okay? It was called The Fight Club because I was literally fighting for my life. Having been on probation twice in my life. The first time, you're 18 years old. It's more like a slap on the wrist. It kind of happens. You're able to bounce back pretty quickly. But from 18 to 31, in those 13 so years, I didn't really improve on myself personally. I didn't really change much about me. I just didn't get in trouble. I still had the same mindset. I still had the same value system. And I still communicated and moved in the same way. I just no longer made those kind of decisions. So when 31 came, and then I end up getting probation again for basically what I like to describe it as crossing boundaries and getting into other family members' business, which in turn had me lashing out because I did have anger management issues and I was passive aggressive. So I allowed so much to, I carried so much. And then when one thing happened, I just exploded. And that one thing, that one poor decision I usually made, usually always blew up the spot. And this was one of those times in my life where I was letting everything that was piling on me, and I took this one opportunity to make it bigger than it was supposed to be and get in other people's business. But it soon became my business, and I was facing a first-degree violent felony at the age of 31. But at 31 to now, I'll be 41 this year, I had great changes, significant changes, and I realized in my life that something had to change. That from 18 to 31, my life was not looking, moving, feeling, smelling like the way I wanted to, and something had to give. And I did all the things. I pointed all the fingers. If this was like this, if this was not like that, let's get more specific. If my mother wasn't on drugs, if I didn't grow up how I grew up, quote unquote, things would be the same. But you got to give it to Kanye. Old Kanye, not this new Kanye, but everything I'm not made me everything I am. So our experiences and the things we have no control over, the quote unquote hand that we were dealt, has no bearing on what we can do. That's just where we start. And we just have to be honest about where we start. So at age 31, facing a first degree violent felony, luckily I hadn't gotten in trouble since I was 18, and I had good things about me along this life, because we're not all bad. We're not all just doing the worst thing every day, all day. So I did end up graduating college. I did have a job. I did work with youth and things like that. But at the same time, I had my bad habits, my distractions, and my shortcomings. So when the judge came to sentence me, I was granted probation, 6 years probation. And that was the start of me going from felon to phenomenal. But again, at first it wasn't felon to phenomenal. It was a fight, and it was called the Fight Club. And I had a little saying, I had a flyer, I put all that up. But the first thing, I was fighting to overcome my feelings of embarrassment, sadness, depression, frustration, all these feelings that I had felt, but realizing that I felt that way because of what I did or what I didn't do. At this point in time in my life, I could no longer point the finger, and I would have to look at myself and see what part I played in it and jump on that and grab the reins and be more in control of my life and stop being so impacted by outward influences. And so that's where the 4 major impact areas came into, like how I communicated, my emotional intelligence, my time management, how I prioritize strategies, systems that I applied or didn't apply to my life, and making decisions and problem solving. So these are the things that I address on my journey from felon to phenomenal. But these are some things that I had to fight first. The Fight Club, I had to fight to understand why I was doing things the way I was doing it, why I wasn't doing things the way I wanted to. So stay tuned, man. I hope you gain some value and some information. And I'm going to just keep dropping it out, speaking it out. I'm working on a book. I'm just trying to get this information out for those of you like long form, short form, people you follow me on social media and all that. I got a Facebook group, Instagram, TikTok, and I'm just giving this free game to help y'all understand what it is that I'm trying to bring to you. Trying to coaching and a community to help you go from felon to phenomenal. I know some of you may not have seen this, don't even know what it looked like, what it sound like, none of that. But at the end of the day, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm doing one-on-ones, group sessions where I can help you identify where you are. You share with me where you want to go, and we work together to devise a plan so that you can achieve that and go from felon to phenomenal. Peace.